Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to do a quick review on these Amazon cheap brakes. I've actually had a lot of interest in them. I've had quite a few people message me asking about them. I was quite intrigued by them when I first saw them on Amazon. I mean, for their price point, they look to be pretty well constructed, so I figured it was worth a shot, and I gave it a try. These are the Bucklos Pro E4s, or at least that's what they're marketed as. I think there's a couple other companies on Amazon that are also selling similar, if not the exact same, just rebranded brakes. They're relatively cheap. I got these for about $143. They are quad piston, which was one of the biggest selling points for me. I've actually never had a set of quad piston bicycle brakes before, and that was very intriguing. I was curious about the power, how much bite they would have. I was very curious about the lever feel. So I've had Hope brakes all my trials riding life. They are by far the best that I've ever experienced. However, they are extremely expensive, as is most of the high-end brakes these days, and I was just curious and wanted to try something different. Starting with the lever feel, these actually have a really nice lever feel. The action is smooth and consistent. The wall is firm, which I really look for in brakes. I do not like squishy brakes. I like a lot of positive feedback. If I pull on it, I like to know that they're working. The lever construction itself is really nice, being aluminum levers. They're really solid. You don't have to worry about bending them up or down when you're really reefing on them, which happens sometimes. So I really like that about them. They are kind of sharp. One of the habits that I tend to have is when I squeeze extremely hard on the brakes, it'll actually bite into my knuckles. So I definitely recommend putting some sort of moldable plastic on the backs of the levers. I've done that in the past. I have yet to do it on these still, so I've actually cut knuckles on both my hands, so I've got to do that still. Moving on to the power of the brakes, there's a lot of variables to take into consideration. I did put these on used discs, so that's one thing to think about. I didn't use any water or anything to bed them in, so they took kind of a long time to bed in. I probably had 4 solid rides, maybe like 6 to 8 hours on them before I actually felt comfortable and confident in them, at least to the point where I didn't have to think about them in the back of my mind the entire time. Once I got to that point though, I've actually really been enjoying them. I mean, the power is more than enough for everything that I want to do, at least so far, and I mean, the bite is nice. They're not like the most extravagant brakes in the world where you're just like, oh my gosh, these are the best brakes ever, but they definitely do what you need them to do. And the modulation is something that I've really been enjoying too, because they're not too bitey, and I think that's almost a good thing in some situations, like backwards nose manuals and just when you want a little bit more tire movement. So all in all, I've actually been really impressed with them. And if you don't really want to spend a fortune on some of the higher end brakes and you're willing to compromise just a little bit, I would say that they're more than enough. I've enjoyed them so far. Thanks for watching.
Testing these brakes out. Amazon brakes, test number 2.
Ready?
Unbelievable.